As we now move into this next section of the course, I wanted to just say a few things so that nobody gets mad at me because I promise that at every stage of this course, there is a method to the madness. So if I'm telling you something that you are thinking is really obvious or something that you think you already know, it's just because I'm trying to get you guys to stop thinking as consumers on these platforms and start thinking strategically as producers of content on these platforms. So if I'm over here telling you, hey, Instagram seems like a pretty visual platform, and you're thinking, oh, yeah, duh. It's because there's a really big difference between you sharing a photo of you brunching on a personal Instagram account to your friends and family versus doing that on a business account without really thinking about why or how it fits into your overall social media marketing strategy. So, over the next few lessons, we're going to take a look at how to approach social media from a business perspective and a strategic perspective on all the different platforms. We'll be starting with social networking platforms like Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and they fall into the networking platforms because they allow user accounts to interact with each other in a variety of different ways. And the big pros of these platforms is that they have lots of different capabilities for sharing articles, photos, videos, and text only posts. But unfortunately, with platforms like Facebook and even LinkedIn, posts from friends and family will be prioritized over company updates, so it can be a little bit harder to get your content seen. Then we'll be going into photo and video sharing apps, which are Pinterest and Instagram. And then finally, we'll go into video only apps like YouTube and TikTok. And yes, all of these platforms will technically have the capability to share all of these different types of content on them. But these three overarching categories are going to essentially allow us to progress from the least complex platforms to the most complex. And before you kind of go into the rest of the lessons with the attitude of, yeah, cool, this sounds good. I'm ready to learn, but I know I'm never going to manage a Twitter account. I'm not here for that. I just really want to encourage you to have an open mind about what you thought you came here to learn or what you think you're going to be responsible for managing and what can potentially still add a lot of value to your skill set, even if it's not an area you're going to be directly responsible for. And the reason for that is something we're going to cover a lot later, which is the fact that great marketers will really understand a business and the marketing strategy holistically, as in every area that's going into it, even the stuff that they're not really managing directly. They'll know what's happening in other areas of the business. So if you can keep an open mind and progress with the lessons in the order that they're structured in, even if you're thinking, nah, don't really care about TikTok, don't really care about YouTube, I just want to learn this stuff. I promise you that that is going to make you a really big asset to any business as a marketer. Some terms to be familiar with as we go into these lessons are B2B, which means business to business, which refers to any business whose aim is to sell to other businesses. For example, insurance companies or marketing agencies who sell their services to other businesses would be in the B2B category. Then there's B2C, which is business to customer or business to consumer, which is any business whose target audience is an individual consumer as opposed to a business. And then there's a service based business, which is any business that makes money by providing services such as financial advisors, dentists, landscapers, and marketing agencies, which might be selling these services to either consumers or directly to businesses. And then there's product based businesses, which are any businesses that make money by selling physical or digital products either to consumers or again directly to businesses. Now, there are many more variations within these, of course, and there are additional ones to consider, but these are the four main categories of businesses that we'll be talking about throughout this course. So, I just wanted you to be familiar with this terminology because I might throw it around a little bit as we continue throughout the course. And now, continuing with the theme of understanding social media from a business versus personal perspective, let's go into it in a little bit more detail in the next lesson. So, I'll see you there.